I had a bug crawling in my ear. Had to stop. Yeah. Uh, well, hello everybody. Hope everyone's doing well out there. It is a cloudy, rainy, just sprinkling, drizzly day here in the Philippines. At least where we're at here in the Visayan region. Um, the monsoon, that southwest monsoon, has already begun, and they're expecting it over the next few days to strengthen. It kind of moving from Vietnam across over this way. Well, enough weather forecast. I have been down for a couple of days. Yeah, I've not been feeling well. The family the other day had one of the kids over here. I walked outside and this kid's out here with no shorts on and just poo dripping all off of him. I know that's gross to tell, but it's just the truth. I'm like, what? Where's, and the mom's nowhere around, the dad's nowhere around. And well, turns out the mom is in my CR because he done made a mess all in my CR. Now there's a reason I'm telling you this, okay? And I went and got the dad real quick. You need to do something with your son. He's standing out here in the yard, just poo all over him. Well, the little boy, bless his heart, too a lot. He told me, Uncle, you know, he was like saying what happened, you know, and I'm like, oh man, bless his heart. Well, when I talked to the dad, he says, yeah, he's sick and a bunch of other kids are sick and all that. Right now there's a bug going around. And no, it's not this malady, you know, it seems like everything in the world now is just one thing. Nothing else exists anymore, you know. I'm like, what? You brought a sick kid over to my place? You knew this child was sick and you brought a sick child, in fact, several children here to my place? Why? You know we're about to travel. Oh my God. Well, sure enough, whatever he had, I caught. And I had it for a couple of days. And I'm like, my goodness. And I heard it's been going all through the neighborhood over here. Yeah, so just my luck. And I tell you what, I was really down with it for a couple of days, for sure. Nevertheless, praying for the best, But this is the best I've felt in about 2 days right now. And I'm recovering. I'm really feeling a lot better. But I wouldn't say it's that malady because I don't have the actual signs or symptoms of that. There's no cough, there's nothing with my chest, there's no any of that. I don't have no phlegm or flippity phlegm or any of that kind of stuff. It's just like a stomach bug that lasted about a day and a half, 2 days. But man, I can't get sometimes people's mentality. They don't think in advance. They're like, oh, they're about to travel and all that, and the kid's sick, we need to keep the kids away from them. Bring the sick kids and right up amongst all of our things. Yeah. All I can say is I pray for them. All right, well, because of that, I missed 2 days of what was happening here on the build. If by the time you've seen this, it's already been a delay in time. Now it's going to be a further delay in time. And so this is all going to be past tense by the time you ever see it anyway. But I missed 2 days of what's happened up here on the build. So let's go up here and let's see what's happening on the build. So I can show you one thing from right here. We got the little parapet wall poured down to there. Then I'm putting railing there to not block the view in front of those glass doors. And then the parapet wall is on down through there as well, as you can see. In the beginning, I had plans to put my solar panels maybe right there and make a canopy across here. But I decided it's just not really the look that I want. So from the top of that parapet wall sloping down, I'm going to have an actual, you know, nice looking little roof. I may have already said it before, I'm going to use the same type roof material. For instance, like James at My PI Dream, like he used on his house as a reference. So any of you that's watched his build, that is that pre-stamped metal that looks like tile, like Spanish tile. It's got a texture on it. Now they got a plain Jane metal one here that it won't last that long. And then they got that really nice, like they have, that's got like a coating on it, like a film and a texture to it. And that'll be the one I'll go with. And I'll have to come out and make a little corner here. So from there to there, then not there, and then from there to there. So we got the little parapet wall built around up here, and we stopped it where that little roof deck CR is going to be up here. I'll deal with that on next trip. We might get this one done on this trip. We'll see. But we got this one. Got a little column formed here, and got the other, and coming on around the corner here. It's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, coming right on around the corner. So that is looking really good. And they're forming the rest of it on down the end. Wanting to get anything down this side of the property joining to my neighbor to remove all this bamboo off his lot. So very important to me that I get this side done down through here. Over here, this is that little room going up that's gonna store like my pressure tank. You can see all coming together in here. Plumbing and valves and stuff. Haven't finished all of that yet. Do it after this pours are all done. But this will be that little room. It'll have a small doorway there on it. Mama's doing the floor structure on it there right now. Have you poured those walls yet? No? Huh? You're gonna pour them together at the same time? Hey, get them to go get a few sacks at a time of material. Yeah, they need to get some and then stop, and then go a little bit later and get some and stop. Don't just keep going. Yeah. So, got that. I see a little cleanup work, a little chisel work right there. It's going to have to be done. Knock off some slag and chip that down, then grind it. That'll all be perfect. I know you can't see much here, but there's a window open in there. There's a big window open in there. I chose to leave the plywood over it for now to keep everything sealed up from while we're gone. Something's wrong with Joelle. I was just asking where he was at. Man, hold on, let me try to find Melinda. Man, I was just asking where he was at and joking around because I didn't see him. And everybody else is up there working, and they came in here and found him. Man. So we don't know the whole status on Joelle. What timing? I have not videoed in 2 days. I've not been up on top. I went up there and I didn't see Joelle. You might have heard me there on video say, "Where's Joelle?" And then we kind of joked he found Nardo's sleeping spot and all, because I could see everyone there but Joelle. And I saw him downstairs earlier. Joelle was laid out over on the other side of that wall and nobody knew it. He said he told me just now, he heard me ask where he's at. And he heard me call his name, and he heard the others call his name. And that's when Tulane went in there and looking for him, because I noticed Joelle's not there, and they found him. What a miracle. What a miracle. He's laid out. He's talking now. He's responsive and all. Joelle's, he's got a little bit of a weak body. He's got a little bit of health trouble. I love him with all my heart. He's my friend. He is my friend. So I'll let you know what the conclusion of this is. He's got a place on his nose and all where he hit the bamboo, but apparently he passed out. Joelle's missed work different times because of having some problems and all, and he just I think he's getting a little weak. So I don't mean that in any kind of negative connotation, but he had kind of expressed probably after this job he was going to stop working, or if he felt a little better and we're back again, that he would work again. But and I'm just really concerned about Joelle. His wife's running with him, Melinda, some of the family, some other lady, might be a sister or something, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to give them room. His son's there, and they're going to be the ones to make decisions on what to do on him. But let's just see how this turns out. I'm really worried about Joelle here. Tulane found him right here. There's his tool belt, just up from the top of these steps. Right here, hit his nose right there on that when he passed out. Yeah, right there. That's where he found him. First I thought they said that he fell off the bamboo, and I was thinking up inside in there. I'm like, why would he be in there? We're not working in there right now. Didn't make sense to me. But he was wrong. Just a misunderstanding. Means he fell down on the bamboo, like right there, that bamboo. And there's this cap too. But his wife's telling us that he has these same episodes at home, that, you know, he's having health trouble. That's what I thought. Bless his heart. And man, y'all just keep your prayers up for Joelle. He's been having some issues, and he's not supposed to drink. They tell him don't drink, but I think he still drinks some, you know. But anyway, no matter what it is, I just pray for his health. They took him home. He was talking to me. He's talking to me. He said that he heard me call his name, and he heard them shout his name, because I'm the only one that knows he wasn't around. And it's my first time to be up here in a couple days. So yeah, that was a trip. So that's when Tulane come around the corner right from outside right here, and there he was laying. Tulane joked with him, said, "Are you sleeping?" And that's when he found out that he was actually shaking and kind of seized up, almost like a seizure. But yeah, I think his work career is kind of falling short. He's missed a good bit with us, and sometimes he tried to work even not feeling good, trying to provide for his family. But it's life here. It's life here. It's life all over the world. Yeah. Your health is so important to you. Take care of your body. I tell you, take care of it. Leave out of here in just a few days. So they're trying to do all that parapet wall in the front they can before we go. I think I'm gonna have them taking plywood, boarding these window openings all up, closing all the openings everywhere. And I'm not gonna worry about installing any of the windows or doors while we're gone. So that's gonna be the task at hand right there. So they're down there doing gabion cage work. We're right down to the very end on that. I just installed the final one. And those gabion cages have already started working. Down there on that end where Melinda's walking, they've done built up man, probably a foot of sand and debris behind them back there. And down here at this end where they're working too, at both ends, it's started backfilling itself. People ask, why can't you get an excavator and all that and bring it in? Nature's going to do this for us. Nature will do it for us. We've already experienced this. I've talked about this in past videos. Some of you remember it. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons I want to use the stone. If you put something solid like a solid wall, it'll still cause a lot of erosion because that wave hits it solid, just bam. But if you put stuff like stone and it's got hollow places between it, it breaks the energy out of that wave, and the small particles and stuff that come over will drop behind there, and then the water will come back through the stone at a slow rate and leave all the material behind that it had in it. And you'd be surprised what size stones and gravel along with sand is churning in that water when it's really out there getting it. Make those comments, they just don't know. They haven't been around living by the sea and all that, and they just don't get it. Now, of course, a lot of places will make a solid wall, but you got to dig those in deep. That's going to be a bigger project. You're going to have to get a footing in down deep, and ain't nobody got no money or time for that. Well, as you see on the gabion cages, they're almost done. We had about 2 foot left right there, and one wouldn't fit. We probably could have cut one down, but I told them just turn it in here long ways and fill it up right there next to this boat ramp, this pier going out right here. But it's coming right along, And so when we get a really strong storm, especially if there's a high tide and a strong storm at the same time, well, it's going to backfill that there for us on its own.